shit on me. Got on the court at 4:30.
All right, welcome to week 7, Wednesday night pickleball at the ranch. I got Peter here with me. We got some great matchups. A lot of playoff indications tonight. Once again, our league's sponsored by Paddle Tech. We've got the Chini Chupacabras going against the Gig Harbor Gladiators, who are currently undefeated. That'll be a big matchup tonight. And then the Bellevue Bandits and the Cedro Woolley Mammoths are squaring off, and the winner of that makes it into playoffs. So got a lot of exciting action for you today. Let's just recap for you. 20 minutes, switch at 10, 4 games. We're going to start with mixed first, then dive into women's doubles, and then mixed again, and then end on men's doubles. So got a lot of exciting stuff for you. Super excited. We've got some campers out here at the ranch, and we've got John Calley from Pickleball Central. It's going to come on them. Oh, he's going to take my spot right now.
Hot mic.
We got a hot mic. So everyone, John is here, and he's going to break it down for you a little more. Welcome, John.
We've got some hot jambalaya going on here. All I know is we've got a fizzy keg right now. That's first thing that's got to be taken care of, but we're working on that. Yeah, so much can come down tonight. Cedro Woolley, the Mammoths, looking for a win. They're in. Somebody's getting into the postseason with a 2-2 record, and we could have up to 5 teams tied at 2-2. So that could be super interesting. We'll get down to points and deciding who comes in at that point. But tonight we've got 2 matches for you. One featuring a team already in, and that is your Gig Harbor Gladiators. They've already got their 3 wins they're in. The Chini Chupacabras looking to get to 2 wins and see if they can get in the mix via points at that time. But again, very simple for Cedro Woolley, win and they're in. Bellevue Bandits win, then we've got a lot of people at that 2-2, and then we go to head-to-head records, and then we go to points. So it's going to be, we're going to see the commissioner and the groundskeeper sharpening their pencil, getting out their spreadsheets, figuring out who's going to be that final team into the postseason, as well as who could be the 3rd team based on everything that goes down today. So, the match on championship court, we're going to be starting with your Cedro Woolley Mammoths against Bellevue Bandits. And with Cedro Woolley, we're going to be starting out, it looks like we've got the entire Cedro Woolley team warming up over here now. So see who they're going to be bringing out for their first mixed. Here I am telling you it's the wrong team. We got Chini Chupacabras on the main court warming up right now. So coming in hot. So if any of you familiar with the movie Caddyshack, you know that the groundskeeper is like the most important role in the entire film. And we feel the same way here at Wednesday Night Pickleball, that the groundskeeper is the most. And he brought himself a beer, realized I didn't have one, and now he's gone to get another one. That's the kind of role that the oh, that's sexy. Keep that walk up. That is sexy. When you got Clayton giving you the shimmy on the walk up, you know it's going to be a good night. So I must say, groundskeeper, The grounds,
Are kept?
they're looking really well kept.
Thank you.
Well
Thank you.
kept.
Thank you, John. Cheers. Cheers to
Cheers.
Fat Tire New Belgium, one of our proud sponsors. Couldn't do it without you guys. Wouldn't want to do it without them.
No, absolutely wouldn't want to do it without them. They've been big in pickleball. They were one of the first beers to really see the advantage of this game.
That everybody drinks while they play.
Yeah, I mean, it was invented with a paddle in one hand and a solo cup in another,
There you
right?
go. That's how it should be.
So, really impressed with what they've done, and they just keep supporting all kinds of pickleball across the country. And finding this little oasis out here in Ravensdale.
It's out there for sure. But we're happy to have them. We're happy to have all the viewers.
Both of them?
there are two. Yep.
Yep.
We got probably 2 people watching right now, but
Yeah.
you know we get some after-action viewers, and it's
Yeah,
good. It
it's
works.
good.
Not
Whenever
bad
you're
for a
watching.
backyard, not bad for a backyard pickleball event.
Hey, I mean,
Oh.
it is one heck of a backyard. Let's just.
Thank you. Excuse me, I got a little. Commissioner. Hey, Commissioner, you're going to see a little behind the scenes right now. I have 2 phones and no scorekeepers. We need to fix that right now.
So-
everybody, this is a little behind the scenes. There's a lot of cogs on the wheel.
Got to raise the curtain there so you can see. Scorekeeping's important. A couple of boards available. It not only keeps the fans involved, it helps players make sure
Yeah.
they're not
I know what's going
messing up. So what do you think of this rule change that just came in that USAP is adopting in the middle of the season, that they are no longer going to call serving or receiving out of position a fault, that it is the job of the referee to get them in position
on. I don't like
prior?
it. I don't like it. I think you should know what you're doing. That's part of the game. When you go to a tournament, you should know if you're in the right position, right serve. Right server, right position. I think to Mitchell, please. I used that to my advantage a few times in tournaments and actually won a game because they were so discombobulated they didn't know what the heck was going on. So, but I mean, whatever. I guess a lot of people don't want to win on a technicality like that, but I like to make sure I'm using my mental faculties and expect my opponents to do the same.
Yeah, I am going to just lay it out there. I'm a traditionalist. I love the non-rally scoring. You know, I love the game that I started playing back in 2015, but I'm also a realist and know that as the game grows and as we're reaching new audiences, you sometimes have to adapt. Baseball only took them, a century to get a pitch clock to make the games move quickly and make them entertaining. So if we're trying to adapt the rules a little bit to keep fans entertained and improve the quality of the product, I can live with it, but I much prefer making people responsible for their own actions, and they should be able to know where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think it puts a little pressure on the refs or no? They got to know anyway, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're the ones getting called and asked if it's going to be called. So, yeah, they should already know ahead of time. And at the level where this really makes a difference, where real big time money's on the line, they've got the best officials there. So I think it's important for them to be able to keep that control. So we've got in front of us, we're looking at Cedro Woolley and the Bellevue Bandits. So should be a good match. We've got Renata and Kramer against Tony and Lynn.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good matchup.
So this is kind of, I don't want to
Kramer
label anybody, but this is kind of youth against old age and treachery.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm not calling them old, but
Not rooting for anybody. I'm a groundskeeper and fairly neutral, but go old guys. And I'll have to say this. I'll shout out to Tony Thompson because I watched, I believe it was last week when it was all four. He was playing men's doubles, and he was the best out of all the men's, all 8 men out there. I thought he played the best. I think it was last week. He was on fire, just outstanding, lights out. So good job, Tony.
he's got a very interesting and deliberate game, and the way he can disguise and get late to a ball is interesting.
Also played against Renata in our romp at the ranch, and yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you're playing that level of badminton, chance to be on a national team, you know you've got some skills.
Well, I wish I'd known that before. I wouldn't have felt so bad.
Yeah, no, she's that level of athlete. So we've had a first round of service, and the Bandits are up 1-0.
Oh, good drop by Lynn.
Oh, nice little two-hander from Kramer picking it up.
This is two-handers for sure. Ooh. Tony,
So,
two-handed backhand roll slam.
but you saw that was all started by Lynn. She has never met a ball that she won't attack. If she has a chance to speed it up, it's coming. So you got to be ready for that from Lynn.
Another good drop. It's important.
Interesting in a mix to see the guys going at each other this hard. Oh,
Tony, good thought, just missed it.
he had the wrong spin. You could see it was turning away from the line, and you're not going to get a backhand to spin the other way. So that was going to be a tough shot. Had to go flat.
Oh, rare miss by Renata. Oh, she's talking to herself.
Yeah. Oh, Tony ripped one, and it looks like he didn't quite get all of it, which kept it in. Ben John says some of the best shots are miss hits, and that looked like one.
Oh, good attack. Good attack by Kramer. Bandits, 4-0.
Yeah. It's interesting in these matches, when you've got a timed first half, there's no point total you're going to. Pickleball's known for having swings and momentum, but with this kind of match, you can see it even more often.
My good friend Troy Bowman always tells me that pickleball is a streaky B word.
Bedeviler?
I think this is not for kids on YouTube. I think I could just say it. It's a streaky pitch.
Yeah.
And you gotta handle those, right? You gotta manage those streaks, and good and bad.
And we got Mammoths on the board.
Ooh, Kramer. Little back step there. Boy, it's sure a lot easier to criticize people's play when you're not playing.
Oh, it's
it's wonderful and horrifying at the same time. God, I wouldn't want to be watching me play.
oh no, they don't pay for that.
No.
Now, Tony's one who will comment on his own play more than any other. What else? He's quite vocal about his not being happy about certain shots.
We got another one. Our commissioner. Ooh, not supposed to miss a serve, especially in a tournament.
No, it's a big no-no.
Our commissioner of the league, Tyler Freed, likes to be pretty vocal on his play too.
I hear he's in tonight, right?
Yeah, he's playing. He's subbing in tonight. We'll see. Last time he subbed, he was one of the best players out there. So,
Well,
good for him.
he subbed for the Renton Rowdies, our team, and he was our MVP.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, he rocked it.
He'll also hit a ball at you and it's long, and he'll yell at you not to hit it because he's so mad you hit a bad ball. That's pretty funny.
There's some things about pickleball that just don't change. Oh, nice.
Ball? Oh, ball.
No,
didn't-
ball didn't affect that. It was over by the time the ball got there.
6-2, Chip Coppers in our second quarter.
Oh, that's a bit of an upset. Gladiators are already in, so not a lot of pressure on them tonight.
Lynn with little setup. Apologizing to her partner. Supposed to be no apologies in pickleball.
No apologies, just those shits.
Right. Oh, that's a good double-handed backhand rip, Tony.
So, looks like it should be so easy to get back, but it's not because he's coming at it flat and dying, and you see a lot of balls being hit into the net.
Oh. Take advantage of that bad third. It can get into your head if your thirds aren't dropping. I was told by somebody, I don't remember who, they said if your thirds aren't landing, then start driving them.
What else are you going to do, right?
Right. Oh, Tony. Tell you what, though, I played against some young kids at the Romp that were tennis players, phenoms, and boy, that's a different game.
Oh, you start getting that top spin where they can hit it that hard. Oh, there's a great
Beautiful
angle
shot,
by
Renata.
Renata. She moved her body outside the line so she can get the right angle on it, and there was just no chance. Scoring is kind of slowed down in this match.
Ooh, Gladiators tied her back up quick. 6-6. Oh,
Oh,
Renata knocked broke his glasses.
obviously nothing intentional there. It was a quick punch and just got up and got Tony right in the glasses. He's putting them all back together.
Yes, he should have got out of the way.
The classic, I should have got out of the way.
Yeah,
Dude, if you'd have seen it coming, you'd have got out of the way.
yeah, I've made that statement before myself.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's kind of nice that it's been a little cloudy today. We've had a little rain this morning, kind of cleared out. I think with the remnants of Hurricane Hillary, or Tropical Storm Hillary at our end.
I think at ours, it was rain squall Hillary by the time it got here, but it certainly put some water down.
Yeah.
Made the courts nice and clean.
Yeah, it did. We got a little cooler weather out here, too. Such a good ATP, Tony.
That one, he waited just a little bit
Yes.
longer. It got a little bit further outside, and then he could bring it back in, where the first time he tried that, he went a little too early, and the post was in the way.
Chupacabras got back up to a 9-6 lead.
Oh, Tony getting a little the net left him once, but not twice.
Right. I think we're going to have to go to must be coming up close to the timing. This year we don't really have the technical ability to put like the time and the score on the screen for viewers. Hopefully by next year we'll have a little time to figure that out. We definitely know it's possible. It's just time. It's not our full-time job, and there's my son Mitchell is like our technical director. He's a stud. Unbelievably put all this together and does it better than I do. And we're just going to try to figure out the graphics side of it so we can put the graphics and the time up on the screen for the viewers. Try to get some more viewers next year and see how this thing grows a little bit.
Well, and I think everybody knew coming into this year, who's working on this, that this is not something that just magically appears in 1 year. It was put together
Last minute, like 6 weeks.
I was going to say,
It wasn't long, maybe 2 months, maybe
2
8
months
weeks.
max.
Threw it together, and we're just, and both of our good friend Edward Hector said, it's not a business, it's a social experiment. And this is what we're doing. We're doing a social experiment. If it was a business, I'd have fired myself week 1.
Well, you know, pickleball started out as a social experiment, so look where it is. I think it's all possible. Great shot by Renata again, getting those angles. Seeing it come back by the Mammoths now, 4-5. Mammoths might be a little tight knowing that, you know, they win this, they're in. If they lose it, there's work to be done.
Oh, good attack. Tied up. Look at that. I don't know how much time is remaining, and I don't know if being the groundskeeper, I'm a little like watching everything else, and I'm not sure if anybody's keeping track. Oh, I think Brandy Gibbons probably is. She's super smart. She will let everybody know.
We love Brandy.
Oh, what a hit by Renata. That was incredible.
She'll tell you what to do and what to eat.
Yes, this
right?
is true.
And you'll be healthy and smarter because of it all.
Yeah.
So Mammoths have come all the way back to take the lead.
Okay, time it is. I'm going to step by and try to get a commercial going for everybody. We got a couple minutes. You keep talking until I tell you otherwise. Entertain the masses, John.
Well, hello, masses. I'll try and entertain you as best I can. Interesting matches. 11-8 with the Chupacabras. leading Gladiators. Gladiators, the number 1 seed coming into the action tonight. And then over here, the Mammoths and Bandits, what you would expect from 2 teams fighting it out per postseason. We've got a 6-5 score with Mammoths having come back with a late lead. It'll be interesting to see when they switch sides. That's when you'll see some momentum switches sometimes. Not sensing any wind tonight. Sun isn't an issue, so I'm not sure how much side we'll play in tonight. But we'll get a chance to our first look at that here a little bit later. So we've got Kramer, Renata coming back to take the lead over Tony and Lynn. And then across the way for the Chupacabras, it's been Sam and Aya for Cheney, who've really taken the lead on the Gladiators, who've sent out one of their top teams. We got Joden and Heather leading on that side. So we're going to cut to commercial and we'll be back.
Easy, but staying on top is just as hard. Winning becomes more than a goal. It becomes an expectation. Practices get longer, training more intense. Every game needs to be your best, because that's what you're gonna get. So, is it all worth it? Paddle Tech. Let's go again.
So we're back for the restart of the match. 6-5, Kramer with the ball in hand as the one server. They switch sides. Lynn and Tony trying to regain the momentum they had early.
That's the first time I've commentated, John, for the most part.
You're commentating all the time. It's just the first time everybody gets to hear you.
That's true. We have some campers here for our four-night retreat, pickleball retreat at the ranch.
So, and who's instructing?
The infamous Peter Hidako, or if you watch Donkey Lips, Hidachko.
Hidachko.
If anybody hasn't seen the Instagram of the night's lineup, what she called draft order, apparently Donkey Lips is a famous 90s actor and kind of crazy. So shout out to Donkey Lips. Well done, well done.
I hope Donkey Lips is watching, and I hope he's got a beverage.
Well, I think the latter is probably a certainty.
Just saying.
He didn't even know what pickleball was, so I'm not 100% sure he's watching. But that's okay. A lot of people don't. Ooh, Tony Thompson being aggressive. It's hard not to shout out good shot and freak out all the audience members. But
Yeah, well done.
thank you, thank you.
So Bandits got 1 point on that. Now the side out.
I feel like that guy, the sidekick of Bull Durham, the young guy that wanted to drink. I mean, I don't feel young, but I'm the guy with the alcohol. You're the
Old guy with the alcohol.
with the alcohol. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, officer. Oh, Tony would drive off the net, but Kramer was able to
That
handle
was impressive, Kramer. Well done, Kramer Sins. Kramer Sins team, sponsored by Friendly Fuels. Fill up your local 76 stations, if at all possible. And I believe Tony and Lynn's team is sponsored by Holly Schramm of Windermere, or no, Berkshire Hathaway Real Estate. So, you
Need a house?
Need a house?
Call Holly.
Call Holly or Berkshire Hathaway. So we appreciate the team sponsorships here.
Oh,
Along with Paddle Tech and their new Ice Carbon, which I play with and absolutely love.
you have been a Tempest Wave Pro fan for a long time,
Very long time.
and now with that Ice Carbon, you get a little more spin on that. So you got to
do.
be loving that.
It's a heck of a paddle. It's always Paddle Tech's always been great. I mean, it's my favorite. It's what I play with, and it has a little bit of both. It has power and the control. It's a good paddle to start with if you're looking. I mean, it's a good paddle to play with. Period.
Yeah.
Like, beginner or advanced, it's just solid all the way around. Good paddle. So thank you, Paddle Tech.
Curtis Smith has called that the Cadillac of his paddles that he's put together, and that's why when they developed this new texturing, they wanted to put it on their best product, and that's why it came out with the Tempest line. Oh. That all started with that great shot by Renata coming all the way to the line and forcing Lynn to just kind of pop one up.
Mammoths are on a roll right now. Ooh, Chupacabras. They're 17-8 over there. They are just on fire right now. Gladiators now on 9. No, they just got one. We're only down by 8. As we know, it could be in the streaks.
Very streaky, and it'll be interesting if Chupacabras are able to win that. They'll be 2-2, and in that, there's just going to be a tie at 2-2, and we got to figure out who's going to be the fourth. It could be the third and fourth team in.
Luckily, that's not up to the groundskeeper, so I don't have to think about that.
It's not up to me as a general manager. The only thing, I get my team ready to play, and then I just let them go do their thing. And
really, I think you have your assistant, Joseph, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Joseph does everything. You're just there for the looks.
Which could be why we're 1-2.
No dig on Joseph.
No, not at all.
I think this is what NFL broadcasters should do. Really. Oh. Absolutely. They should be sitting down, having a beer, watching the game.
And then talking about what they want to talk about, and then, occasionally you talk about a match, right?
Right.
We always say, when my friends and I watch, our booth is better than theirs.
Oh, 100%.
We're faster. We get the replays right 100% of the time. Those idiots don't know what they're doing.
I do like the fact that we have caution tape up so people don't cross it, and yet they cross it anyway and get right past our live stream. Apologize about that. I think that might be one of my campers, though, so...
we'll let it go.
We're not going to...
We're just going to let that go.
I really want to say something, but I'm not going to.
No.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, we're not being watched right now, John. That's nice. Oh. Thank you, Mitch. I forget. We're not, you look at that camera in front of you and you think you're on the whole time.
Oh, I ignore it.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
well, it's like right in the middle of my view. So.
Oh, yeah. So, campers, tell me a bit about the camps.
So we started this year. I think we're going to revamp maybe a little bit, but we're not sure. Right now we have these glamping tents, which are quite wonderful. They have queen-size beds and chairs and rugs and all that on them. And we have people come and stay, and we feed them. Well, my wife is an amazing cook, and
I will attest to that.
Yeah, she's just incredible. So she does breakfast for them Thursday morning, lunch and dinner, breakfast Friday, lunch Friday, then we go out to dinner Friday night, and then breakfast and lunch on Saturday, and then they go out and do their thing Saturday night. And with all of that, and then we include alcohol, and we give them 15 hours of professional pickleball instruction.
That's fantastic. All out here in this gorgeous setting.
Yes, and then they have the amenities of a gym if they want. Such a good shot by Tony. And they have a...
Tony's taking control again, and the Bandits are making a big comeback here.
You can't do that when you're doing that.
You don't want to...
That's all right, though. Let that go.
They came back from 6, down 12-6, and
what we really need here, and I'm going to try to get this before the next match, I apologize to the fans, is John and I need to know how much time is left. And, man, I've had my eyes lasered a long time ago, and I can't see that, John.
I have glasses, and it doesn't do me any good.
Okay, well, I don't feel as bad.
No, it's tiny.
So we need a. Wait, how about this? Can I rudely, in front of the whole audience, yell at Peter Hidachko?
Oh, what a shot! What a shot!
Excuse me, Peter Hidachko. Could we borrow your phone with a stopwatch on it?
All right. You can actually use mine.
Oh, John has one sitting next to him. Never mind, Peter.
We just need to know how much time there is.
Yeah. Hey, Peter, can you tell us how much time is left?
Well, or just look. I mean,
you got
better eyes than we do.
You just got brand new contacts. You'll see that.
He's the youngest of the three of us, right?
I mean, I almost could see it from here, so I'm feeling pretty.
I'm
good about myself.
2015, and I can at least see where the clock is. Oh, Mammoth's up 12-11.
2 minutes left. 2 minutes left. Ooh, we have some famous visitor, Dalton Bavras here.
Ooh.
He's one of the best players in our state. Oh, 13-11. They don't need that. They need to stop this and get this second serve, so they should be able to get the serve back right here.
Okay.
There you
Especially
go, Tony.
with
There you go. Tony's got it.
Oh, interesting choice to go back, giving Kramer more time when he had Renata up closer and a chance to really put that away there.
Oh, Tony, too good. Okay, somebody needs to be getting the ball. Where's their GM with the ball? Where's their GM with the ball? Jackson.
Jackson.
Jackson. Jackson. Jackson. Should have some balls handy, buddy. You should. Oop.
Now ball's appearing everywhere once you start asking for it, right?
Well, I mean, I'm not calling out the GM on that, but
That's a GM thing. If your team's behind, having extra balls so you're not wasting time running after them is important.
Oh,
Oh
Tony
my
Thompson.
goodness. Oh,
Good hustle, Tony. Sorry, folks, I'm yelling.
That was such a great drop by Kramer afterwards.
45 seconds probably, around there. They got to score this here.
This is, they won't get another chance if they're not here.
Oh no, that's
Giving Renata an overhead is a mistake. That badminton swing comes into play and she just crushes it.
Yeah, they're going to about 30 seconds left, so I don't see that coming back to him, but maybe.
It's not an exact time we've got right now. Oh, there's one. You got to get another
chasing
stop.
a couple of those balls, you know.
They need a quick stop and then get a chance to serve one.
Oh my
There
gosh.
you go.
Ball.
Oh,
Missed it. Chasing that balls did it, I'm telling you.
It certainly had that effect.
Yeah, I
was
think it
crazy.
did, right? So, okay,
Oh.
so Mammoths win it, 13-12. I think we're gonna have to, we're gonna go interview the Mammoths on the interviewer's court. Give me a minute, you keep chatting with the folks. I'm gonna go make that happen.
So that gives Cedro Woolley their first win of the night. You get 3 wins, you win the match. If they do that, they're into the playoffs. Bellevue had a chance there, a real chance. It came out strong, got the lead. Mammoths just got hot in the middle. And then as Bellevue came back at the very end and was putting pressure on them, they couldn't finish it off. On the other side, an upset in game 1 as Chupacabras took that one 21-13 over the Gladiators. Gladiators are top in the league right now, and so we're expecting big things from them. They are into the playoffs, not as important to them. Chupacabras win, another 2-2 team into the mix. What we'll be doing now for the second match is the 2 teams switch courts. So in front of us for round 2, we're going to have Cheney Chupacabras and the Gig Harbor Gladiators going. And we're going to have women's doubles with Laurel and Aya taking on Heather and Ashley. The Mammoths and the Bandits are going to be moving over to the other courts. And we're going to have Mioke and Renata against Lynn and Brooke. So we're going to be switching over to the interview. We've got the commish, Tyler Freed. He's going to be interviewing the winning team. And take it away, commish, because people are excited to see you.
Okay, here I am with the winners of the first mixed match, the Woolly Mammoths. That came down to the wire.
Yeah, we talked and we decided we wanted to make it interesting. So
Nice start,
we
Aaron.
had some ups and downs. It really camelbacked it, you know. But you know, in the end, we won. Tony had some good backhand drives, so got to tip my cap to that. But
You had a camelback joke, and it's Wednesday.
hump day.
Mike.
Hump day.
Hump day special. Renata?
I have a beverage.
What's the big takeaway?
Learning to just control those nerves.
Yeah.
They kicked in, and
Do you get nervous?
once in a while I do.
Every once in a
Yeah.
while, okay.
Yeah. they played really well though, and we were just trying to figure out how to play their game too, but find our rhythm in the meantime as well. So.
That's a great win, and it's exciting to watch. That's one W there. Big matchup. All right, and Renata's going to go try and come back to the winner's circle after this women's doubles. So best of luck to you. Okay, good job, Kramer, man. Shout out to 76 Fuels. Grip Pickleball. Okay, we're going to send it back to John Callie on the mic. Thank you very much.
We're on to commercial. We got some time. Do you have any available? We're going to send this off to Paddle Tech.
Is never easy, but staying on top is just as hard. Winning becomes more than a goal. It becomes an expectation. Practices get longer, training more intense. Every game needs to be your best, because that's what you're gonna get. So, is it all worth it? Paddle Tech. Let's go again.
And we're back as we're seeing the teams warm up for the second match of the night. Just got a word from Paddle Tech there, and we've talked about some of our other sponsors already. New Belgium Brewing, they provide Fat Tire and Voodoo Ranger. Just one more reason to come out here to the ranch. A couple others, we've got Pickleball Central as a sponsor, and they have been a company that's been in the sport since early days, 2008. Pickleball Central started. They've supported pickleball on all levels and continue to do so here with a little fun backyard pickleball league Wednesday nights. Takako is looking for a score update. Sorry, Takako, I'm just sitting here BS and talking about the people who are giving us money to help us do all this, but we'll take care of you. So Cheney won the first match, so they are up 1-0 on Gig Harbor. So an upset win for Cheney. Sam and Aya played really, really well. They ended up winning that, I believe it was 18-9, somewhere in that range, but really a big win for Cheney. On the other side, we had Cedro Woolley and Bellevue. With Bellevue came out hot, but Cedro Woolley finished strong and won it 13-12. We had a side out ball in hand when time was called, and so they weren't able to get that final serve to try and tie it and get to the tiebreaker. So the next match here that's going to be right in front of us, Takako will be happy, she can watch her daughter. Laurel and Aya going to be taking on Heather and Ashley for women's doubles, with Cheney trying to go 2-0 on the night, and that would help them on their way to a 2-2 record on this season. On the other side, Cedro Woolley on their way trying to get that third win, which will guarantee them a playoff spot. Again, Pickleball Central is a sponsor, happy to be a part of it. I'm just happy that they've agreed to employ me for the last 9 years, so that's been great. We also have Onyx, who makes the Duraball, a sponsor, and so we play with the Neon Dura. Playing here outdoors, playing without any additional lighting, you get the natural light. Having that neon colored ball really makes it nice, and thanks to the folks at Onyx to make that possible. All Wednesday night pickleball at the ranch, and if you haven't been here, you owe it to yourself. We've got one more week of league play coming up next week. Playoffs won't be set until we see what happens next week. After that, we'll have 2 weeks of playoffs. The 1 seed plays the 4 seed, the 2 seed plays the 3 seed in week 1, and the final, we're just going to have the 1 match. We're going to have whoever wins those first weekend will be vying for Wednesday night pickleball supremacy. And looks like I'm going to get a new, am I getting some new help here? We are so excited. Brandon, you going to sing for us?
Probably no singing at this point.
Is this because you were so busy entertaining last night, little laryngitis? Is that the issue? I don't sing because I can't, so. Thank you, groundskeeper, keeping everybody fully functioning here. So have you been behind a mic for one of these yet?
I've not, no.
Oh, it's
No.
really technical. You've got to explain exactly strategies,
Okay.
tell what happened on the shot, or you can do what Michael and I are doing, which is just have a conversation about what we're seeing in class.
Yeah, that's probably better.
Can we go that route?
Yeah, let's go that route.
All right, Brendan. I was really hoping somebody with some strategy would come in here.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen a couple people do a pretty good job at it, but I mean, you know, like remember that Seinfeld episode where they said that's why they give those jobs to people in broadcasting? I'm like Costanza. I'm like, I'd be great at it.
Here we're about ready to start. We're gonna have Cheney Gig Harbor in front of us for the Cheney Chupacabras. We've got Laurel and Aya, and serving we have Heather, and her partner Ashley for the Gladiators.
This should be good. I don't know that those girls have lost yet, Heather and Ashley.
They play really, really well together. Ashley, one of the most steady players, but seems like Cheney's come out with a little bit of fire here, trying to get themselves into contention. Oh, a rare communication breakdown.
Yeah.
What do we call that one down the middle?
The divorce shot, I believe.
The divorce ball, marriage ball, middle solves the riddle. That was a soft little floater right down the middle. Nobody wanted it. So that would have been the first point. We're a little late on the scoreboard, I believe.
Ooh, a little high.
Oh, nice reset
Good
by
deep.
Aya.
Oh, she comes
Laurel
over to
comes
take it.
across. Laurel
good
is the
power
big
on that.
hitter.
Wow.
So in this, when you're watching Cheney, you're going to have Aya be really solid, reset, covers a lot of court, but you're going to see Laurel providing all the punch.
And coming over a bit, too.
Yeah.
You think they're going to stack, or are they going to go back and forth?
So we see a lot of straight up when you're playing men's or women's, but it all depends on how teams feel. We'll
Right.
keep an eye on that. Oh, you can see Laurel really dominated in that point and had the opportunity, but ball was just a little too low, a
Little low.
little difficult to attack there.
But you like the aggressiveness, though.
I always like aggressiveness, Brandon. Oh, nice, calm, that little net ball. Oh, another one right down the middle. When she hits that middle ball, it's really tight. Our scoreboard is just freaking it. So we have 3-0-2, Laurel ball in hand, serving to Heather.
3-0-2 this side right here, correct?
Yes. So that's Cheney with the 3-0 lead. Nice little two-handed drop by Aya. Sorry, put that hand on. Great angle.
So we have Heather Gelston and Ashley Koo, and then of course we have Miss Aya Crippen over here, and we've got Mrs. Aya Crippen,
Yes.
and then Laurel, and what's her last name again?
You're going to ask me. I've got first names written.
Well, it's written on the shirt, but I just got new glasses, but they're not. that
Looks
good,
like,
apparently.
is that Nelson?
It looks like Nelson.
We're going to go with Nelson. You know, Brandon, I have the age card I can play.
Yeah. I have no excuse.
Yeah. All right. After a side out, defended on that first one. Oh, Ashley with a cheeky.
I'm not sure that's exactly.
Oh!
What?
Those were two great shots. That was
Yeah.
a cheeky
Yeah.
little lob, followed by a great overhead by Laurel, but Ashley getting that back, that was unreal.
Yeah.
That's a first point for Gig Harbor.
Okay.
Oh, and then they get an easy one. So now we're looking 2-4. I believe it's 2-4-2. Oh,
Oh, wow. Returned it out.
Laurel can be a little streaky, and right now she's just got to dial that power in a little bit.
Oh boy. That really got up there. That happens.
Yep. Oh, it happens to me a lot. Laurel's one who she's got to be able to settle herself down once she gets into a little bit of a negative streak. Quicker she settles herself back down, the quicker she gets her team back in it. Because she's the important player in the team. I mean, Aya does such a good, solid game, but they're going to be playing over to Laurel, and she's got to put them away.
Yeah.
That was good pickleball, though. That
Very, very good point.
So after that fast start by the Gladiators, excuse me, with Chupacabras, we got the Gladiators back in, come back taking the lead. The streakiness of pickleball. A great return by Aya right on the line.
Nice angle. Good wrist snap there. Oh, that's good. It's always so difficult when they're back and they keep getting it back. You want to just keep them back, but sometimes you get excited and want to try to put it away, you know?
Well, and what you're seeing is that the Gladiators are just making a move, and if they make you move, it is harder to hit those shots when you're moving all over the court.
Yeah.
But finally get the ball back, and now they chance to get right back to where they were to begin this match.
Wow. Nice setup and put away right there.
That's what we call a no-doubter. You could see the angle, and she was able to just split right down the middle.
I kind of like how she didn't have a lot of backswing on it either. She had her paddle up there ready to go and aimed it right where she wanted to.
She's got so much power. She doesn't need the big backswing.
Right.
Oh, and here we have Aya stepping in. She was in the point, and sometimes when you're in the point, you want to take it. And she has been taking them from Laurel. She stepped in, took that one, and put it away. That was beautiful. Another great drop. Aya's got great control tonight. Oh, that was a great recognition by Laurel. We had a couple of net tippers, close shots, and Ashley had cut to the middle. She was able to just put it on her back shoulder and no chance of getting it. And so, just like that, Chupacabras have come back taking the lead again.
Oh boy. I like that nobody tries to call that out.
Oh, such great teamwork. You know, earlier we did see Laurel taking a lot of the important shots, and she's definitely the power, but we've seen Aya step it up lately, and I think that's making them a more dangerous team. They're more balanced.
Like, where do you go?
And that's one where you're in the point and you take a ball, maybe you shouldn't because you're out of position, your partner's forehand's right there, but you're just in that rhythm and it's hard to stop yourself.
Yeah.
On the other side, we've got Bandits again with an early lead. They're up 5-3 on the Mammoths. Again, the Mammoths win, they're in. Bandits win, they're in because of tiebreakers and head-to-head. So that's an interesting matchup over there. Mammoths are up 1-0. Over here, Chupacabras have 1 game in the books already. And now it's 8-7, so the Gladiators coming back. Gladiators are tops in the league right now, 3-0. Have not lost.
3-0. Now, I've watched a couple of these on YouTube and I couldn't make it out here. And I always wondered, if you can't see the name of the team, how can you figure out which team is red and which team is blue when you're looking at the score? Is there any kind of a system for that, or you just got to kind of memorize it at the beginning?
You got to know who's home and who's away.
Who's home and who's away.
Right,
okay.
So the blue shirts represent the visitors.
Okay.
And they are listed first, and then the white shirts are your home team, and they're listed second.
Okay. So blue would be blue in this case then, right?
Blue is blue.
Okay, blue is blue.
And white is red.
And white is red.
So.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Have another beer and it'll make really good sense. So the Gladiators have come back taking the lead again, 9-8. I had it set at 10. I didn't start it, but it's set.
How many jobs can you give this man at once?
None. I do really well sitting over there on the sideline and watching.
I was playing with Dalton one time at Springer, and I'm on his team, and they must have hit every single ball. He got every single thing in the world, and he gets them to pop it up right to my forehand, and I put it right in the net. And he says, "What more can you ask from me?" I mean, sometimes it just goes that way.
Yeah.
I didn't want to put it into the net. I didn't expect to see it right there. It just was right there. He set it up perfectly. Couldn't have set it up any better.
Dude, I would just say that was yours.
It wasn't. He set it up perfectly for me. It was my fault.
Oh, a little miscommunication. Oh, and they got back into it. That was
That's
impressive.
just good play.
That was all hands. It was a miscommunication, caused Laurel to pop one up.
Wow.
It was attacked and attacked and attacked, but her hands were so quick. That was impressive. So we're ending that, coming to the end of the first half. Tight match on this court.
Oh, that is a nice backhand. She barely missed that. That two-handed backhand is fierce.
Well, the Bandits are going to town, 9-3 lead on the other court.
She's calling for the stack. So they have made the decision to put Laurel over on the right for the time being. Let's see what it does. It looks like
Oh,
it
that
paid
was.
off.
And we have time, so that's the end of half number 1. There's a 1-minute break. Teams will change sides. We've got Gladiators leading 10-8, and we just had a side out there. On the other court, we've got the Bandits up 9-3, trying to even that match at 1 game each. Over here, we've got Chupacabras down, and the Gladiators trying to even this at 1 game each in the match.
And for anybody who doesn't remember the rules, we just went, how many minutes? We just went 10 minutes?
10 minutes?
Okay, and then we have a 1-minute break, and then we go another 10 minutes, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then whoever's up at the end of the 10 minutes?
Correct.
Okay.
If there's a tie, we have a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Those are always exciting.
Very.
And then the idea is you want to win 3 of the 4 matches. You win the match. If it's tied 2-2, there's a match tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Both are done in different fashions. They're both interesting. And if we get into those situations tonight, we'll let you know how those play out.
Yep.
Right now, we're going to take a 30-second commercial timeout with Paddle Tech. What do you have? It's a minute? We'll play it. He has a minute commercial and we have a minute break, and unless we have him start right away, we're toast. So you gotta love the banter. We've got a great director over here.
Yes,
Mitch is.
We showed up a little late for the production crew pre-meeting, but we're gonna wing it and get through it.
Yeah, well, Paddle Tech is the one commercial we've had, and they are our gold sponsor. We really appreciate them, the presenting sponsor, Paddle Tech, making great product and really helping the sport of pickleball for years and years.
Yes.
All right, so we've got side out. We've got.
I do appreciate the Fat Tire as well sponsorship.
Oh yeah, thank you very much, Kayla Hernandez, for helping us secure that.
Mm-hmm.
She works for Fat Tire over in Boston, Massachusetts,
Nice.
and she's the one who's getting us the beer. So
Hey, thank you.
love that. And so now we've got Chupacabras coming back, 9-10 the score. It's a really tight match. Well played. Oh.
It's just so tough. It's behind the net.
Again, I think Laurel is the power. I think the more steady and consistent that Aya plays, the more she inserts herself in the match, the better they play as a team.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
Wow. Ashley knows she just gave him one there, a ball she always handles, and just overhit it a little bit, and we're all tied back up.
Yeah, she doesn't miss much.
Very solid player.
That should do it. No.
Oh! Yeah.
It was a good setup.
Chupacabras looked like they were on the ropes time and again, but they stayed with it. And the thing about pickleball, you just keep getting the ball on the other side of the net. Good things can happen.
That's true. Very true.
Oh, what a beautiful play spot. Killing them softly. A nice little soft shot right in the middle. On the other Bandits holding a 5-point lead. We saw Mammoths come back to 5, but now we're 10-5. Bellevue with the serve.
What do you think they'll call here?
It looks
Gonna
like
stay their sides.
no, they're
no.
switching.
Oh yeah, they're gonna take that stack again. Wow,
Oh.
and it worked. It definitely worked.
And you saw Laurel stay in the middle. She knew
Yeah.
where the ball was going, that
Yeah.
she didn't feel she had to cover. Plus, that's her strong side to the right, so she
Yeah.
wasn't worried about it. They forced it way wide to Aya, and Aya put it away.
Yeah, and typically, you know, you got a power player, you figure you're going to put them over here on this side, and they're reversing that theory right now, and it seems to be working. Yeah.
Laurel does have that two-handed backhand,
True,
too.
true. Good point. Maybe they're
Well, a little net dribbler for a point ties it up. So the Gladiators showing you why they are the tops in the league. They're just don't quit, always coming at you. Little hip shot. Again.
bounce serve. Oh boy, that's just
Oh, it's
tough.
just killing them.
Yeah. You think if the net is straight down until you're trying to peel one off it, and then you realize that white tape comes up just a little enough to trap it behind it. Ooh.
Yeah, I always find the net when I get those. These guys are much quicker. They get to it. They give them that opportunity to put it up and over.
Well, you know, one of the things I tried to learn from Dalton is he gets to something like that. He doesn't try to do anything special with it whatsoever. You know, he flies up there, grabs it, and just put it over. Live to play another point.
Keep yourself in the point.
Yeah. But you know, so a lot of times you think you run up, I'm going to grab this thing, I'm going to do something amazing with it. Well, just getting it back over is better than not.
Yeah, oftentimes that's amazing enough, right?
Exactly.
Just be amazing enough.
Right.
Bellevue 14-5 on the other court, really taking control of that match.
So I hear there may be a Alex Fox sighting next week.
Oh my goodness,
Give a
that's
shout-
exciting
give
for
a
me.
Shout out to Alex Fox. Coming back on over for a week or so.
We'll love to see that guy. He's doing
Absolutely.
great things in Savannah.
He sure is. And
Oh,
always a fun guy to be around.
the whole family, one of the nicest families in
Absolutely.
pickleball.
Absolutely.
One of the first places to do the light up pickleball nights with lots of neon and
yeah,
glow in the
that's
dark.
right.
It was fantastic. And now it's becoming quite the range.
Yeah.
Once again, when Aya inserts herself in the point
Yeah.
and surprises them, really has it.
We're getting down there.
Incredible
They just call 1 minute.
They just called 1 minute, and we've got the Chupacabras with that 14-2 lead.
Boy.
That's one where, because of the time, you might want to, instead of go for the attack, just keep the ball in play.
Now, let me ask you this. Are we stopping the clock in between points? Or is
No,
it's
a
live
running clock.
Okay.
Nothing stops the clock.
So this is crunch time.
Oh, that's huge. Now to go up
That bad.
15-12.
That might just be one of the.
That might
determining
put it.
factors.
That might finish it, right?
On the ball.
So-
Quarterback could be running and saying on the ball right now. This is football.
This is where the GM's got to have the extra balls for their team.
Oh,
15-13.
I mean, we got to be at 20 seconds at this point.
This is where it gets so exciting. Right?
This could
Coming
happen.
down to the very end.
It's quick. One more chance. I mean, they better run. See if you can tie it.
Well, we could have our first tiebreaker.
I mean, all they got to do is serve it before the buzzer.
Yeah.
All right, this could be it. Point ties it. Oh boy, that's not where you want to put it. There's only a minute left. Oh, ouch!
They're getting one more chance
One
at
more
the
chance
two
at it.
serve.
These teams are both so good, you just would love to see a tiebreaker. Oh, and we might. How long is this minute?
Well, was it 1 minute or was it 3 minutes?
God.
Might have been 3 minutes. So we've got time left. So I don't think that was a 1 minute call.
Must not have been. That's nice footwork. It's so hard to back up on those sometimes and grab them out of the air. With the proper footwork. Oh my god.
There we go.
That's good stuff.
Getting it side out. It must have been the 3 minute call we heard, not the 1 minute call.
Yeah.
So
I think we're going to need to get a big game clock for the playoffs.
or better eyes.
Oh, is it? It's at the bottom of the...
That was the first time the net was kind to the Chupacabras, giving them the point on that third. Taking the 16-15 lead.
And where's Mr. Crippen tonight? He's got to work?
Would be my guess. His team's not playing,
Right.
so. But you think he'd be here supporting?
If he could.
If
So,
he could.
Shout out to Lucas,
And Takako.
of course, and Paul.
Well, they got the 1 point to take the lead, but we're getting down to crunch time for sure. Can they hold on? Will the experience of Heather and Ashley allow them back in this?
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's tied up.
Gonna have to score quick. Wow.
We have got to be coming into our last minute. Tied up.
Oh. She says long rallies, Heather.
The coach, that was from Mike Gibbons, the general manager, coming up. Long rallies now. Keep it
Right.
soft. This is where you want to extend the games because if they can keep serve, it's over, right?
I believe so. Ouch.
I haven't heard the 1 minute call, but I know I'm getting nervous. I'm not even playing. I'm getting
Right.
nervous about this.
Not nearly as close over here on the other side.
No, the Bandits are really in control over there. Going to tie that match up at 1 game apiece.
That's a nice two-handed backhand.
There's those
Another one.
long
She's-
roll,
Oh.
those long rallies that they were talking about really coming to fruition there.
Hard fought, but it's...
Oh, they get a chance. Time.
Yeah,
They
had
got
to
the
be
serve
there.
back at time. An 18-16 Gladiators win. They came back. So that match now tied at 1 game each. On the other side, the Bandits take out the Mammoths 18-9. And that evens that match at 1 game apiece. So we've got 2 games in the books for both of these matches, both tied at 1-1. Again, Mammoths, Bandits, winner goes in. The loser depends on how that shapes out, whether they've got a chance or not. Over here, Gladiators are already in the playoffs with a 3-0 record, and Chupacabra is trying to get to that 2-2 record and get themselves in. I know we've got more than a minute between here, so we should not get any... I was just told, keep talking Something my mother never said to me. So, Mitchell, you got to give me a break at some time. You know, my bladder's not just perfect, so we'll keep talking. Let's see who we're going to have next. We're going to switch again. So here in front of us, we're going to have Cedro Woolley and Bellevue. We're going to see Mioke coming out for with Brian, and then we're going to have
Mioke Lee and Brian Baker.
And then we're going to have Jackson and Brooke.
Huerta and yeah.
Brooke, isn't Brooke Nelson? Isn't she also a Nelson?
I'm thinking, is it men's?
Men's could be. I'm going to trust your young brain more than mine.
Tony Thompson? Is that what we got?
Tony's just warming up.
He's just warming up. Okay.
Clayton right now.
So maybe it's a mixed.
It's definitely a mixed game.
Oh, it is a mixed game.
So
okay.
we just got the guys warming each other up over here.
That makes sense then. Okay.
Because the women just played. They're going to take their break at their water. So the men are warming up each other as we speak.
That makes sense.
And then...
okay, so Mioke and Kramer will play Jackson and Brooke. Is that right?
Mioke and Brian playing Brooke and Jackson.
Okay.
And then on the other side, we're going to have Clayton and Laurel taking on Tyler and Ed. So we're being tempted by
I think we should probably agree.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
please.
general manager of the Woolly Mammoths is really wanting to up the commentary here as he's bribing us
He
with
must have
liquor.
streamed it. He must have streamed it for a minute and thought, okay, we need to get these guys going. The sword.
The sword was missing.
And Mrs. Brandy Givens telling us about the power of the sword.
What?
Yes.
When the gladiators hold the sword, they're unbeatable. They haven't lost yet. I mean, I love sports. We're all superstitious. The Mammoths have this riding like mammoth thing that Edward has brought out, which really makes me laugh. The gladiators have their sword. Lucas with his bruiser
attire.
Yes, he is. He was the first one to actually come out and bring something. I've got something up my sleeve for our last match coming out next week. So
we should have seen Lucas at his wedding. He came out with the big old rock belt on and just.
I was here.
Yeah, remember that?
Saw that. That was entertaining as all get out.
I cranked that music up as loud as I could before it would distort. He's like, it's got to be loud.
Edward, nice comeback.
Edward, thank you, sir.
Game welcome. One, that was really entertaining.
That was a little close for comfort.
Yeah. And but now you're in a battle. You're tied 1-1.
Yep.
You're looking win the match. You're through the playoffs, right?
This is a win and in for us. Yeah.
Right. Now, if you lose, you're 2-2, and then we've got to wait till next week because we're having at least one 2-2 team in.
We would lose the tiebreaker against these guys. So
against one team, but if we've got multiple teams at 2-2, what are we going to do?
So the way the rules are is that it's interdivisional. So it's the top two teams out of each division.
Got it.
So we would lose the tiebreaker against Bellevue.
Okay. Got it.
And so we would be eliminated, and they might still have to rely on someone else winning or losing next week.
Got it.
For us, I think the way that Mike did the analysis, we're both winning in, losing out.
Okay.
For our match.
So that just tightens things up a little bit, right?
Yes,
you don't play
Heather,
quite as loose.
That was quite the performance. That was awesome.
Enjoy the beverages, gentlemen.
Thank you, Edward.
It might be live.
You know,
you killed it out there.
I've got that same problem. It's killing me. Be sure to ask her about the breast sweat. Oh my. You know, you come out here to the ranch, you never know what you're going to get.
You don't.
Somebody plays a great come from behind match, and their first thought afterwards is boob sweat. You know, that's what happens out at the ranch.
And if that's what it takes
And now
to win,
it's time for interview with said. Take it away, Michael.
Thank you, John and Brandon. And I just want to know, has Brandon sung for you yet? No singing yet? We're going to get Brandon to sing next round. A little bit. Just belt out a few tunes. Congratulations. That was a tough match. Oh, I should probably put this here.
Tough match.
yeah.
Okay, so tell me what it took.
We had to slow it down. Those girls are vicious. Vicious, and anything sped up came back just as hot.
Okay. Favorite fast food?
Ooh. All of them?
That's a bad answer. Good answer. Okay.
McDonald's twice yesterday.
All right, and then I heard you talking to the commentators about a little sweat somewhere.
Oh, just a little booby sweat.
Well, it's kind of warm out here, but it's not that hot. So last week must have been miserable.
Awful. And I love the cotton shirts. They're perfect.
Feeling a little sarcasm there, but we'll take it. Ashley, how is she as a partner?
I absolutely love playing with her. She is solid as a rock. We know each other's game. Her drops are on. I can just charge the net and hopefully put it away.
Final couple questions. One is, how is it suffering through the Mike Gibbons as your general manager?
Oh man, it's terrible. Where is he? I love him.
Yeah, no, his wife makes up for it though.
Oh, she's a dime.
She is. She's the only reason that we asked him to be a GM.
The wind beneath his wings, 100%.
Okay, and then have you played in your mixed already?
Not as good.
Okay, but you're 1-1 tonight.
We're 1-1 as of now. Now we're counting on the others.
All right, last question, serious question. Total experience of the league so far?
Love it. Love the whole format. Can't wait for next year.
Okay, well, there's one of two of us. All right, I'm going to send it back to nobody because there's literally nobody at our commenting booth. So we're gonna throw a commercial on in a couple seconds, and we're sorry about the subpar technical skills of the ranch, but we're trying.
Thank you, Winnie. Thank you for everything.
Not my technical director's fault. It's all on the groundskeeper.
The road to number 1 is never easy, but staying on top is just as hard. Winning becomes more than a goal. It becomes an expectation. Practices get longer, training more intense. Every game needs to be your best, because that's what you're gonna get. So, is it all worth it? Paddle Tech. Let's go again.
Okay, games are on and we're back. It is Mammoths and Bandits in mix 2. And Bandits are serving and they're up 1-0. So unfortunately you have just me right now, the groundskeeper, sitting in. I think we lost both of our commentators, which never happens in an NFL game. So I don't know what's going on around here, but we're going to figure it out. Ooh, good lob by Brian Baker. Taking advantage. Okay. Mammoth's got the score. Olivia. I need a second. Thank you, Olivia. Give that to Jared. All right. So we're gonna introduce. Maybe we switch screens to us for a second. I'd like to introduce everybody to my favorite Callie, Olivia Callie. Hi, Olivia. This is John Callie, who has been commentating, his daughter. The better looking Callie, by far.
Michael decided that he needed an upgrade, so he brought me on for the night, just for a short stint.
To be fair, your dad left in the middle of a broadcast and there was nobody here.
So I was last choice, is that what you're saying?
You're the closest choice.
Ah, that's fair.
But
that's
you
fair.
could actually go back to bartending duties, which you're probably I mean, I love having you here, but I don't want to. He's got a rhythm going.
He really does, Michael. You know what? I appreciate you having me even for the short 30 seconds.
Well, there you go. Thank you, Olivia Callie. Welcome back, John.
Yeah, the gift of gab flows downhill.
Yes, I can see. But I think she's making everybody happy with her Mexican mules over there. So
She brought the shaker and everything.
Hey, Olivia, I'll take one of those now. Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Now that we're on air, we got
on
it.
air. I want a Mexican mule. Ooh, and my beautiful bride has just showed up. That's nice.
Oh my goodness! No wonder the sun came out.
That's right.
And I'm not kidding that. Oh!
Mioke hit a little long. What a match, 2-2 already.
I don't care that the ball before was out, because to see Baker do that jump and turn around and behind his head stuff, watch that all night long.
Yep.
All right, so this is tight because this is win you're in, lose you're out.
Right, and they're tied 1-1 right now, so this is big time. I mean, these players are actually playing for cold hard cash, so it's not a lot, but it's something, and it's more than that. It's the pride and bragging rights, I think.
I don't think one player out there cares about the cash.
No, not at all.
I really don't think so. They're here because they love the game, they love this facility, and they want to win.
Yes, and I think the bragging rights of we got cash is what I meant by the meaning of that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Yes.
Bragging rights is cash. Cash is bragging rights. I like that.
It is, really.
It's like bragging rights with benefits.
I like that, too. I do like that.
We're just making stuff up here, folks. Don't worry.
Yeah. Boy, I'm feeling like I'm neglecting my groundskeeper's duties by commentating. This is not what I'm used to.
Oh, this is a good place for you.
It really is. You know who should be commentating with you is Jessica Morgan. I think she should sit down and take over.
That's going to be a groundkeeper job. We'll actually get insight to what they're thinking.
Yeah, let's do that right now. I'm going to see it. Because you just had Brandon Morgan, so now I think you should have Jessica Morgan. Let me see if I can make that happen.
I think it's only fair.
I think it's fair.
In the meantime, we're checking out the score on the match. And Bellevue just is not going away. They are up 3-2 here. They're going to keep that ball away from Brian Baker. More of a traditional looking mixed match than we saw earlier. Brian has got such an interesting game. Now we're getting a little we're getting feisty. I said they didn't care about the money. Maybe I was wrong, because it's getting feisty over here in a 4-2 match. What happened was Brooke called a ball out, telling her partner not to hit it, and it landed in, and they played the ball, played the point out, but Brian Baker was not happy that she had made the call in the match. But you do that for your partner. You say out, expecting them not to hit it.
Yeah.
The ball landed in, and they played it, so it was perfectly acceptable.
But confusing in the moment.
Confusing in the moment. And with games on the line, match on the line, and let's face it, Brian's a competitive guy. So got a little hot.
He does get passionate about it, and it's so amazing when your partner can tell you so that you can not worry or just... It's hard to see that perspective.
Right, and my partners always need to say it, because I don't have the gene that says don't hit it.
No, I like to get them all.
I'm with you.
I came to play.
Thanks for joining here. It's great to have somebody who's in the league and has been through all this, right? And you know what these players are thinking about as they're preparing for a match. But once you're in the match, what are you thinking about?
Mainly, I just try to stay focused on the ball and not worry about what else is going on at the ranch, or, you know, that's, I'm sure, why he can get so upset about somebody making a wrong call, but causing a little bit of confusion, because it does throw off the concentration piece, I think.
And they've had a hard time coming back from it, right? And so getting upset doesn't always play in your favor, because
nope, it's only 1 point. You got to be able to just move on, which is the harder thing to do.
Way easier said than done, right? Brooke is playing really steady tonight.
Yeah. She's a solid player, and one of the things that I love about Brooke is she is aggressive, and I struggle with that. And so when I see her doing it, I'm always really impressed.
Especially when you're in a mixed match, right?
Yeah.
You don't. You get a lot of the balls, but you don't always have that chance to be aggressive, and you're a little more wanting to just be solid, set your partner up.
Yeah, you gotta just keep it going.
So when you're playing and you're in your women's match, how do you and your partner set that up?
My partner is named Andrea, as you know, and she is a really great aggressive player. And I remember on the very first day, we were kind of struggling for a couple points in a row, and we looked at each other, and she said at the same time, she said, I'm going to get more aggressive, and I'm going to say, I'm going to get less aggressive, and it worked out perfect. So, because that's her style of play, and she was holding back, and that's my style of play, is to just keep the points going and be that support. And so we fell into our roles a little more comfortably, and then we won the match. So,
and that's the other interesting part for people to know, is we look like we got a side out, and Bandits holding that slim 7-5 lead. When this league started, there's a draft, and so everybody was, I as a general manager was hoping Ashley and Sam were going to be available when I was drafting later, so that I could get a team already in, but it didn't work out that way, and so all of these combinations are really learning to play for the first time.
yeah, I think a lot of the people that ended up on a team together hadn't really played a lot. I've played with Devin a lot because we both live in Gig Harbor, and he's been one of the supportive players as I learned. And so I played with him a lot, but Colby, our other male, hadn't played with me at all, and Devin hadn't played with Andrea at all. So we tried out a couple different things, so I don't know what they're planning on doing next time, but it was fun to get to know new people. I think a lot of different matchups had to happen.
It was very interesting. I know, being in the draft and seeing what different managers were thinking, seeing the players that were coming off the boards at what times, and I think next year it'll be even more interesting, having had a year to see how people compete within this league.
Yeah. I know I was quite surprised that I got drafted at all. So it's been a really great opportunity for me to grow a little bit in tournament type setting that we have happening here. But it's so ongoing that you really can have a chance to grow a little bit.
And it happens so quickly, right? We're already to our third game of the night. You don't have time to really worry about what just happened, because you've got to get ready for your next one.
Exactly. I love the 20-minute games, though. It's been a really fun, different way to play, because you have to just keep driving, keep playing. Every point is a new point, because the lead changes happen really quickly. Go ahead.
And then we just had time called, and it just shows you, you know, you're in a rhythm, you think something's happening, and then all of a sudden it's time to switch. We'll get that 1 minute timeout. And at the half, we've got the Bandits up 8-6 over the Mammoths. Again, this match, crucial for postseason. The winner of this match advances. The loser will be out of the playoffs. And we're tied 1-1. And so this is going to be really interesting to see. The last match of the night will be the men's match, so we're going to have Kramer and Brian taking on Jackson and Tony, and that's going to mean something with us tied already. Whoever wins this one, we have the opportunity to come back and tie it on the other side. So it's going to be an exciting night for the Mammoths and the Bandits. On the other side, we have the Gladiators ahead of the Chupacabras 9-5. That is also 1-1. Now the Gladiators aren't as worried. They're tops in the league.
They're
3-0
so far.
They are in the playoffs no matter what. Three wins get you in, and they're in. But still wanting to finish out their season playing strong. So we'll have the teams switch sides. It looks like oftentimes we've been here and side changes made a big difference, like wind or sun. The sun is just starting to poke out a little bit more. It seems like a little less difference tonight than what we've had before.
I would agree with that. I think that also it just gives you a minute to regroup, get some advice from your team, take a breath, get a drink of water, and just go in with a new plan, something new to focus on.
What's been throughout this season the most helpful thing you've heard at a timeout that really helped you move into the second half?
That's a good question.
So
that's a really good question. I think that I remember when I was playing with the sub Camille last week, we were able to really change our game plan a little bit right before the end of the half, and so at the halfway point we slowed it down a little bit because we were playing against the Gladiators, and they're a tough team. And slowing it down, I think, helped a lot and made a big difference. Instead of just trying to hammer it out, dinking, dropping, really forcing them to play out the point.
So
we didn't end up winning, but we did.
But it helped.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's that. Sometimes it's a strategy change. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it's just a mental reset.
Yes.
Can make a big difference as well.
Both games are so close.
Oh yeah, Chupacabras are making a comeback on the far court. It's now 9-7. Bandits up 9-6-1. Just got the serve back. Oh, great ball right down the middle. And
he's left-handed, so sometimes it's hard to see that. That's normally a backhand shot.
And
so when his forehand comes out of nowhere, it's quite surprising sometimes.
Like, oh, that's supposed to be a backhand.
Yeah.
The other issue is normally you're looking you're looking for the right side to cover the middle, and what we heard Jackson saying is that he's having to cover his line so much he wasn't able to get to that middle shot.
Yeah.
And Brian took advantage of that twice in a row. Now the Mammoths mounting a bit of a comeback. We see over there Kramer Sims in the Mammoth outfit, the funniest costume that we have out here at the ranch.
Awesome. Well, I don't know, Lucas in the bathrobe, that's pretty impressive. But the Mammoth,
I would say Mammoth's funnier.
Yeah.
Lucas in a bathrobe might be more popular. Just saying. Seeing a firefighter in a bathrobe's never a bad thing. Great hands by Brooke.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. That was out, I think, but it's hard to say. The team is supposed to help call it, so I don't know what they're going to say. I don't know. It looked out to me.
It looked out for me. I never trust my eyes because
away,
I'm old and that's a long distance. But you know, the thing about our league is these are people who have integrity and want to play the game right.
Exactly.
And so all the money in the world is not going to change the way. Well, maybe all the money would, but the money that's on the line here isn't going to change it.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
But we all get so passionate about what we saw. And it's so funny how two people can see the exact same thing and be 100% sure that they're right.
Sounds like a lot that's going on in the country right now.
Right.
We saw the exact same thing and we see it. We're both right though.
Exactly.
All right. Oh, we've got a tie match on the far side, 11-11 over there with the Gladiators. Chupacabras trying to come back. Here, 9-9 here.
Laurel can be so aggressive. It's so beautiful. But she just went through a really great hand battle and lost it. She can be so aggressive.
She does like to attack the ball, that's for sure. In that previous match, we were noticing how when Aya, though, put herself more into the game, she made them a better team.
Yeah.
It kind of balanced it out as opposed to just sitting back and let Laurel be the aggressor all the time.
Yeah, she has come. She has played so good in the league this year. It's been so fun to watch her get better and better and better.
Somebody who's really grown, who was a year ago playing 3-5, and
Yeah.
here she is in the league competing. And her game really has come along.
Mio can dink until the end of time, so I figured that at some point Brooke would change it.
Yeah, you've got to. I'll never forget being at a U.S. Open watching Miyok and Takako playing in their warm-up, and it was like a metronome. It was like back and forth, nobody missing. It was.
Yeah. And it's not, when you're dinking with her, it's not just that she will get it back every time, but they're aggressive dinks with a lot of spin and a lot of pace, and it's sometimes questionable how to get out of it. But the whole time I'm doing it, I'm thinking, okay, how can I break her momentum? How can I switch it?
I had a way to get out of it that was foolproof. I hit it into the net. Not that.
I never have seen her reach over the net to get one, so.
Not yet.
Oh, Brian.
We're seeing the feisty side of Brian tonight, that's for sure.
Well, I do know that.
And he's got a great foil on the other side, and Jackson isn't going to back down, right? So.
Oh yeah, and he's so even, Steven. You know, just calm and collected the whole time. It's tough not to let that kind of talk rattle you.
Yeah.
But I do know that both Jackson and Brooke would never call a ball that they didn't 100% think was true. We're on camera. Thank you.
Fortunately, most of the camera's on them right now, so they're not
good.
seeing us. They're just hearing what we say, though.
Yeah. My little munchkin, they love it at the ranch. They can come and just roam free.
Just another great thing about being out here, you know? It's
great.
all ages. There's people who love to just sit here and watch pickleball. There's the players, the coaches, the managers. But then just so many families coming out here and enjoying the experience.
Yeah. It's really cute because my girls won't really play that much. We've too much exposure, I think, at this point. But Brian's boys, they always get into a few games while we're here. It's super cute.
Just
Oh my gosh. Look at that. The Mammoths have really pulled ahead. 15-9,
Yes.
15-9, sorry.
It's been the consistency of Miyok and then Brian taking things to a little bit of another level. But now here we've got Bandit's opportunity to answer.
How much time is left?
We're at 2 minutes, so we're getting down to it.
Great hands.
Gladiators taking a lead, 19-11 on the far court. Here we go. Bandits trying to work their way back in. 15-10. Oh, such a nice play down the middle.
So good.
Holly doing the proper general manager thing, having that extra ball ready in case they need it because time's running out. Oh.
I love the way that they set up the league where the team can interact with the players
Yes, and having your
during the game.
having your teammates cheer you on, but also help you with those calls.
The line calls, the balls, just everything. Water.
So we've got a minute and a half left. They've got to get the ball and try and go on a quick run, and it's
Oh my gosh. Neil recovered so good.
Miyok covered so much court with Brian went for the flying Ernie, and it was a flying Ernie. But Miyok just covered it. Nice ball down the middle by Brooke to be able to create that.
mistake.
Oh,
Oh,
yep, trying, but slowly but surely trying to work their way back in. They've got less than a minute to go, and they've got to get 4 points.
Get in the game.
Gave yourself a little extra time with the love.
That was a quick serve, but the score was called, so they did get a chance. And Brian letting her know she just had to get back into the game, and she's done just that. And even though they won that point,
It took a lot of time.
it took an awful lot of time, and we've got 10 seconds. Oh, time's been called, so it's over. And here's what's great. You see the competitors come together at the end. Even though there was heat during the match, it all subsides after the match, right? And now we're going to go to a commercial. We'll come back, we'll have an interview, and then we're going to see what happens at the end of the night. So take it away, Mitch.
Gone are the days where people were buying basic cupboards to store their Campbell's soup and their Cheerios. It's now an element of self-expression.
People want timelessness. They want something that's going to transcend decades. They want it to last.
It's who they are. It's what they want to be inside their home.
Because that's what homes are. They are the epitome of your family's legacy. That's why I use Belmont cabinets, because they now use their home in a way they never, ever thought possible.
I got into my own business in the early 80s, started building cabinets and to make a living. Out of that, a dream developed. We started building this thing called a frameless cabinet.
Steve knew in his heart that there was going to be a type of cabinet that would hit the scene and become a monster in the industry. And it was our type of cabinet that we build today. He was just ahead of his time.
For many years, it was really my wife and I and our key employees, but over the last 18 years, our two sons, Casey and Tyler, have been involved in the business and growing in the business.
30 years ago, my dad started this company as just a young entrepreneur, and there was just this absolute attitude of get it done, figure it out, no excuses. So when I came and started working in the company, that spirit was there from the very beginning.
Well, coming into a family business is interesting because everybody's looking at you and everyone's looking at every move. And so it's a lot of pressure to perform.
I made it really clear to both Casey and Tyler that if they wanted to come to Belmont, what I was going to offer them was the opportunity to work harder than anybody else, and that I would never demand that anybody respect them. They had to earn their own respect.
Well, Belmont's doing a pretty unique thing in the industry right now. They have become one of the largest manufacturers for European styling and frameless cabinetry.
We can go from ultra-traditional to ultra-contemporary.
We want to be the industry leader. And so we've put a ton of emphasis and energy into developing ways to bring value to our customers.
For us as independent reps, we truly do believe that we represent a company that cares whether or not that person loves their kitchen. That matters to us because that's our reputation as well.
They have the same passion for this industry that I do, and that's what drives them to excellence. It's not about the bottom line. This is about doing what's right.
Belmont, it's more than what we build, it's who we are as a company. And I think that's what makes it great.
Belmont's founded on a passion that Steve has been able to pass down to Tyler and Casey.
Our commitment is to be the premier built-to-order frameless cabinet company in the United States.
Don't let a clogged gutter rain on your parade. Protect your home with LeafGuard, the only one-piece seamless gutter system guaranteed to never clog, no matter the weather. Never clean your gutters again with LeafGuard. LeafGuard's patented seamless design keeps leaves, pests, and sediment out while directing water away from your home, preventing wood rot and foundation decay, giving you peace of mind that your home and family are protected from water damage with the industry's premier maintenance-free gutter system. LeafGuard is the smartest solution in gutter protection, proudly protecting your home by getting it right the first time for a lifetime. From manufacturing to installation, LeafGuard handles the entire process from start to finish. Invest in your home with a company you can trust. Call 833-LeafGuard right now for a free estimate and save 20% plus $500 off your purchase and installation. LeafGuard, get it today, protected for life.
I know, but you guys you're in. You're moving on. But, so you won or lost that last match?
We won. We're up 2-1.
And here we are back, and we are looking at an exciting end to what is happening here tonight. So the match in front of us, we're going to have, yes, Brian, I always want you. No, I'm not afraid to make that joke. So in front of us we have the Cheney Chupacabras and the Gig Harbor Gladiators. Gladiators have already made it into the postseason. Joden and Tyler going to be representing Gig Harbor, with Tyler subbing in. And on the other side we've got Clayton and Samuel. So the Gig Harbor Gladiators up 2-1 in the match. So if they win this game, match is over. If not, we go to tiebreaker. We're going to keep a close eye on that other screen too, where Cedro Woolley is up 2-1, and that is a winner in, loser out of the playoffs. So we'll be keeping a close eye over there. Joined by Super Sub Brian.
Brian Gelston.
Brian, having had you on our team early in the season, was so fun to watch you play, and it's a tough job to be a sub. You never know who you're going to play with, when you're going to be playing, and you're just thrown in the mix, and you handle it so well. What do you do to get yourself ready for that?
Well, it's the same thing I always do, to be honest with you, is go out there and have fun. I've played with pretty much everybody here anyways, so you kind of know their game, so that obviously helps. And unfortunately, they know my game too, so just out on scene. But yeah, what a fun time though. I mean, I had a great time subbing, and hopefully I'll get at least one more here next week maybe.
So fun to watch you play. Super quick hands, and nothing is normal in the way you play, which I love.
No, absolutely not. Which I really like playing against people I don't know, and everybody here knows my weirdness, uniqueness, whatever you want to call it, is part of my game for sure. And I tried to conform to the right way to play and stuff, and then I decided I'm just going to have fun, and it seems to work.
The right way to play is the right way for those where it makes sense. Tyler Freed trying to go around the post left-handed, just wasn't able to let it get wide enough.
And I agree with with pickleball is that's why I love it so much. I didn't grow up with tennis or anything like that, so I literally just grabbed a paddle and started playing one day, and I just played the way I was comfortable, and that was the outcome. So it is what it is.
We all know Brian Ashworth, considered top player in the league, and he too plays a very unconventional game.
Absolutely, absolutely.
He's won a lot of titles with that, so
Yes.
use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
So we're 1-1 here. with Gladiators, Chupacabras. Chupacabras doing everything they can to get to that 2-2 record.
Tyler just came off a really good win with the mix there. That was a nice shot by
Tyler playing with Ashley Koo. That had to be a really solid matchup.
Oh yeah, yeah. They actually both sides here. I was watching both games, and they were tied towards the end there, and then last 3 minutes, which is new to us for sure, is the clock, which is a new part of pickleball for us. It's my first time playing against a clock, instead of a final score, which is it can get in your head sometimes,
Puts another element into it that you're not used to. In your everyday rec matches, you go out and you just play, and when I get to 11, it's over, right?
Exactly. And so this is different, So then you're like, okay, I'm down 2, and I feel like I don't have. I have to hurry. You might force some stuff when you actually have a little bit more time than you think, and so it's a. I like it. It's just something you guys have to get used to.
And as a fan, it makes it a little different too. You're trying to figure out everything that's going on, and Sam Koo with a nice backdoor play on Tyler trying to cover the middle, and Sam just pushed it backward.
Expect a hard serve from Sam. That's a good serve, way deep. Clayton handles it well, though.
He's got the ability to handle pace. Well, we had athleticism over on the other side with Jackson jumping in the air, hitting a shot. We saw Baker pirouette earlier today.
I was just talking about how talking to my in-laws were here. I was just talking to them about how athletic Brian Baker is. And talk about jumping in the air. I mean, that guy can fly.
We saw him. The point had already been over, but he jumped in the air, turned around, hit it over his head.
I saw that. Yeah.
Sweet.
That was nice. Yeah.
I dreamt about doing that one.
Yeah. I did.
Just out. So Cheney up 3-1, going to the second serve.
Yeah, so they're in a must-win situation.
Yeah, they're trying to get 2-2 and see if they can keep their playoff hopes alive. Wait till next week.
So we actually have a chance for two ties here.
Yeah.
Which would be a first for the ranch.
We've had one tie, a couple of different times, but we have yet to have that.
And the ball is rolling out. And just,
that's
unfortunate on a rally like that.
Yeah, it was so well played, and both teams were in rhythm, and then here comes the ball. But that's pickleball.
It is pickleball.
Love being at a U.S. Open. There's a professional match going on one court. Great draw.
Just clip the net just enough.
On the other court, there's a rec play, and some rec player hits it into the pro court. It's like only in pickleball.
Yeah.
Federer never worries about that stuff.
I know.
A couple of great drop shots coming in. You're so used to, especially when you get to the men's doubles, so much power in the game these days. It's nice to see a little bit of that control game.
Well, that's my, that is, like I said, when I haven't been in tennis or anything, so my at the net game is the favorite for me, and I like doing a little tricky stuff, like you were saying, like Ashford has some tricky stuff, and that's definitely the fun part for me. And Clayton's got the McGuffin serve going on there.
It's that set so that everything's the same every time.
Yeah.
Saw Tyson developing that when he would come to Pickleball Station and do some work, and just really very meticulous in how he goes about the game.
Well, when we had all those spin serves and stuff, when they were all legal, he didn't change a thing about his serve. He was like not having any part of changing any of his serve, which nor should he. I mean, he was doing just fine with what he had. So.
Right. And then his compatriot, we had Selkirk Morgan Evans, who has a great little video about the Rest in Peace spin serve, if you haven't seen it, because he loved that thing.
Oh yeah. Well, just as much as Zane Navratil was the Zane saw. I mean,
yep.
That thing is ridiculous. I for one, I'm glad to see it's going.
I'm on record already tonight saying I'm a traditionalist. I like things. The game was invented in a certain way. the athleticism has certainly developed. The technology and the equipment has developed, but there's still a semblance of what that original game was being played today.
Just out by Tyler. Yeah, I mean, change is inevitable, and of the game, it's just part of it, part of any game. And so many people started playing, I think they just couldn't keep up with some of the stuff that was happening.
No, and USCP just came out with a rule change mid-year this year, so they're trying to stay on top of it.
About the I'm good, are you good?
Yep.
Yeah.
No longer a fault if you serve out of space, and it's up to the ref to have everybody in the right place. All that is, just indicative of the change.
And that one thing I like about that too is if they're out of place and they finish off the rally, the rally stays. It's called in good faith or whatnot. That even if they were in the wrong position, nobody caught it, and the rally was over, it's all good.
So what you're doing in that case is you're leaving it for the play on the court.
Yes.
Exactly.
The play was the play. Chupacabras up 8-3.
Gladiators starting to make a comeback there.
So 4-8.
Mammoths up 5-3 in that all-important match over there. Bandits have to win that match to take it to a tiebreaker, which would be super exciting.
That was a great play by both of them, both teams.
There were such great gets in that. A lot of short shots, well played by the other side, and then Joden just really redirecting that attack from Clayton.
Now we got a 6-8. 6-8 serve here.
You're ahead of the scoreboard. We got to get the scoreboard to 6-8.
I believe it's 6-8.
Yeah, that was the call by the referee. So you are correct. No, it's going to 6-8-2.
Joden with the backhand again. Very nice, good finish.
Got it right into the body.
7-8. Oh, 7-8. That's. And the
we
other
have
side
time.
Yep.
So
it's a half.
So at halftime, two tight matches.
Yeah.
Chupacabra's up 8-7 on this side. Gladiators will have the serve, 7-8 on the 2 coming over to this side. On the other side, it's the Woolly Mammoths 5, the Bandits 3. Mammoths lead that match 2-1. They finish out this match. They're in the postseason. On this side, Gladiators already in the postseason and up 2-1 in this match. Chupacabra is trying to take this game, put it into a tiebreaker, and then even up their record at 2-2, give them a chance at the postseason.
Yeah, and I love watching the tiebreakers, so I'm kind of rooting for the tiebreakers because it's a good time watching those. It's pretty intense. Everybody's watching every move and every shot, so it's a lot of fun.
And had some retooling this week, so we've got some rules. If we get to there's a difference between a game tiebreaker and a match tiebreaker. The game tiebreakers can end in a death ball, which is the most fun point in all of pickleball, where you're playing non-rally scoring until the last ball, and then if it's tied up, you go to a rally score death ball.
One ball, one play, and that's it. So,
this is going to be the first time we're at final half of the night, and I'm finally going to get my timer started as we go.
Okay, this is the first time?
First time all night.
Well, let's see if you actually hit it.
Got it. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Only had 8 chances. And side out. So Chupacabras get the ball back with the lead. As we've got the final 10 minutes of regulation for the night. And on the other side, we've got the Bandits with the serve, down 3-5. Oh, and Kramer Sims with a nice ball up the middle.
Good reach by Freed there.
He's got quick punch hands. Another sub in tonight. And
Yeah, when I subbed it the last time, I actually had to go against. I was with Ashworth, and Tyler Freed was with Peter Hidako, and they got
the Renton Rowdies.
They got the best of us.
That was a fun match to watch too.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it would have came out our way. It would have just, Yeah, I was actually Lucas and Ben Johns were on the mic that night during our match.
Almost as good on the mic as we are.
Almost.
Yeah. Ben, I've got a few pointers for Ben.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
No, never mind. Sam's so consistent.
It's so calm.
I've played against Sam back in the old pickleball station days. Like when we first started playing tournaments, he's been in my bracket and my space ever since. He's always getting the best of me.
He's a tennis player, but he gets himself in position and he looks like he might be out of sorts, but once he gets himself in position, he's just so calm.
I did get the pleasure of playing with him in a tournament down in Newport one time too, and it was fun to have him on my side of the net for once.
Little security blanket.
Oh man, it felt good. It was nice.
So we're 9-7.
We got silver. That was for a golden ticket. We ended up with silver, so it didn't pan out, but it was a good time. It was fun.
So if you get a gold ticket as a doubles team, is that the team that has to go play?
It is not. So you each get a golden ticket, and you can either stay together or you can bring somebody else. Yeah, so.
I love that rule. I love that.
Yeah.
Sam
good finish by Jordan.
Yeah, he just put that one up a little bit. So they're having the teammates get balls to have ready as we get close to the end.
Another part of the clock.
Right.
Part of the clock.
Mammoths up 8-4 on the far side. They win that game. They are through to the postseason. We have 6.5 minutes left in the match. On this side?
How do you know that? Oh yeah, because you set the timer for it. So it's very
First
well
time
done.
on 8, yeah.
Well done. So I can feel right now that the Gladiators are feeling a little rushed right now, even though there's 6.5 minutes left. I can feel a little bit, just a little bit more intensity.
You see it, Tyler as the commissioner, he knows all the rules inside and out, right? So he's very in tune with what's happening and what he wants to do, and knowing that they've got to win this to win the match, right?
Yeah.
And even though he's a sub, he's all in, right? When you're on...
Well, that's, yes, when I'm trying to do the best for the team. It doesn't, and honestly for myself, you know what I mean? I'm a competitor. I want to win. I have no reason to want to lose, otherwise I shouldn't be out there. So we as subs play our hearts out and try the best we can, for sure.
I remember, with our first match, with you coming on the team and how the team understood that, and we as a team had talked about it, wanting to just make sure that you were comfortable and feeling part of everything as we went through.
Oh yeah, and for sure I did.
It's also interesting to see some of the development from different players in the league throughout. Some of those real big jitters from the first matches as people were just learning what this was all about.
Yeah.
And
nice company.
Great defense.
Oh. He protected the ATP good. And
such great play on both sides of the net there. Did I just hear bring a BB gun to a cannon fight? I think somebody over there said that about that last hands battle.
So we got 12-9-1. Let's see.
So we've got a real chance at a tiebreaker over on this side for sure.
Do.
And
especially now.
Yeah,
They're
cheating.
pulling away here, 13-9-1.
4 minutes left in that match. Still enough time.
Yeah, there is plenty of time.
We know
just better recognize the time, though.
Yeah, but it can turn so quick,
Oh,
right?
it
I mean,
sure can.
you're on a roll. Next thing you know, you're had that roll turned right on your head.
Well, you can easily lose 3 points in a minute, you know, and whatnot. I mean, especially if those balls are being fed to you.
So here we are, 9:13. We've got 3 minutes, 43 seconds left in.
See, I think Fried felt a little rushed on that, realizing that time is a factor now.
And they're down 4. Plenty of time.
There is actually plenty of time, but being in that situation, it's more stressful than you realize. I don't think you realize you do have plenty of time.
Right, it doesn't feel like it.
It really doesn't.
And you're not able to see the clock as a player. You
no,
hear
not at all.
3 minutes, you hear 2 minutes. Maybe your general manager's feeding you some time, but not. There's no clock to make it easy.
And that's a part of the this league being new, something we all have to get used to, and time management, I guess. And other sports have it, the NBA, the NFL, all those.
Even MLB now with the clock.
Clocks, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Did you see how that worked out for the pitchers? And when it first started, they were struggling with that.
Mariners just beat the Astros with the pitcher being called for too much time.
Oh yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah. And it happened to Altuve, so I didn't feel bad.
Yeah.
All right, so 14-9. I think we're to server 2 over here. Mammoths are definitely looking like they're going to advance on the other court. Chupacabras are in control here. The longer the points, the better for them.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to go to tiebreaker on this one, and in the other court, it looks like that's kind of probably.
It looks like the large woman is about to pull an aria. So, serve coming back. So.
Jordan's going to serve at home.
Minute and a half, down 7.
We're going to see history. We're going to see history.
This would be a big comeback.
Down
6 down.
Let's see, maybe an ace.
Jordan puts pressure on with that serve, but a great return.
Yep. So they're going to just slow play this as much as possible. There's no need for them not to, but as Jordan and Tyler just have to take a chance here. You can't just do this. You got to just hit
like that.
There you go.
First opportunity, and Jordan did.
It's generally not recommended to force the issue, but when you got a minute left or whatever,
right. You're down 5, right? At 16-5, Mammoth's definitely in control. That game is not officially, but is over. So the Mammoths will be going to the postseason. Burien will be out. On this side, we're looking more and more like gonna have us a little bit of a tiebreaker at the end of this match. Serve's just gone over. We've got 20 seconds left. So at this point, you've got to flush it and start getting ready for your tiebreaker.
Yeah.
And during the break, we'll go over what those tiebreaker rules are.
It's a nice ATP by Sam. Caught the back corner there.
We have time is called. So Chupacabras wins 17-11, ties up the match 2-2. So we'll be going to a tiebreaker on that. On the other side, congratulations to the Mammoths, pulling out a 16-6 win over the Bandits. It was a match that was tight every game throughout the night was tight. Sometimes it got away at the little end, but could have gone either way.
Yeah, really, it's that seemed to have been the last 5 minutes of the second half, you know, just kind of because there were a lot of tight games, like you said, and then just the last few minutes, you know, maybe a bad call or something affected something, and then all of a sudden the game's out of your reach.
Right, it gets one of those traditional pickleball rolls, and you're just going, well, where do I put my paddle to get my next game?
Yeah.
All right, so with a match tiebreaker, so we're going to revisit the exact order that we played tonight. We're going to start 0-0-2 home team serving. So you're going to home team serve, both visitors serve, then the other home team person will serve. So everyone serves once.
Okay.
And we're doing this, I believe, only score on the serve. So it's not rally scoring, it's only scoring on the serve. So we're going to go mixed. We start with the mixed game. Home team is going to serve first. Then we'll have visitor, home. Then we're going to go to the women's. All 4 women will be out there. They all serve once. The other mixed team will go out. They will all serve once, followed by the men's. It is 1 minute between switches. It's the first to 5 points, and there's no death ball. You have to get to 5 points, and you only score when you serve. So this could go for a long, long time. I mean, the sun's going down. We could be here for a while.
Well, I'm glad we started an hour earlier, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The first tiebreaker I saw, which I don't know if it was week 1 or 2, I forget, but that one was 4-4, and then it came to, you know, they won 5-4, so that was very exciting. I think the last one we saw was not that exciting. I think it was actually like 5-0
we didn't even
maybe.
Yeah, we had it was a match, a game tiebreak as opposed to a match tiebreak. So everybody serves once, and we were at 3-0, so the 4th person didn't even get to serve.
Oh, okay.
So that was quick and not as tense. But here, you're going to get 16 serves minimum, right? And you've got to get to 5 points to win. So we're going to start. Sam and Aya taking on Joden and Heather is going to be the first match. You have no skin in this game, right?
He's a winner. He wants to win. That's all.
Givens doesn't give up.
Michael
he
Givens
wants to win.
He's a winner.
Last week I had a chance to meet Mike's dad.
Oh yeah.
And I said, congratulations, you've raised a really unusual human being, and that's a compliment.
I love it. I've actually had the pleasure of playing with Mike a couple of times. We actually got a golden ticket to nationals together, so I always have a good time with Givens on and off the court. He's just let me stay at his place in beautiful place in Surprise, Arizona too.
For a guy who's worked a lot of his life in Alaska, it's not a surprise he moved to Arizona, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brandy and Mark are really good people.
Yeah,
So they built a 2-court system just like this down in their house in Surprise.
Oh, beautiful.
They got like a lazy river pool. All right,
So Joden's going to be first server.
Now, why did Joden start on that side?
Because it's 0-0-2 and all 4 serve, so it was a little odd. I think you'd still start on the other side, but who knows? You know, we're changing everything here. So again, you've got to be serving to get a point. Oh, and there is a...
That's my wife out there, Heather Gelston, and Joden.
That's not when you mentioned it. You mentioned when she hits away.
Well,
just for the record.
I need the support. I need to give you support.
Yeah. Oh, and that was nothing to do with her. Nobody's going to be able to get that. So it is 2-0 Chupacabras. Now, Heather's got a chance to get a point for the Gladiators. And she
Okay,
did. So
there we go.
they got 1 point. So now we're going to switch to the women's doubles. And it's 2-1. That 1 point could be super important. Instead of coming over 0-2, now you win this matchup, and all of a sudden you're back to that tie game.
Yeah,
So.
and not only, but mentally, it's a big point right there.
Yeah. You don't want to feel like you've just wasted that first four.
I did.
Well, 2 serves that you have a chance to score on.
So do they have 1 minute in between?
1 minute, get the other players who aren't coming off having played a little bit of a warm-up. It'll be really quick. We've seen it with this setup where they go through and you don't get any points in all 4 serves.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Because the defense in pickleball has that advantage of being first to the kitchen.
Absolutely, and we said it, well, I've said it before, is that it's not like tennis, it's the opposite, where the serve is not an advantage.
And we talked earlier, the spin serve, with those being out, it's even less of an advantage. There's still a few players who have a serve that definitely...
Oh, absolutely, Jordan being one of them here tonight.
But in the end, it's still one shot, and once you get that back, as that receiving team, you've got the advantage.
Let's see what happens here. So... Well,
that's
Lucas
only...
is right. Lucas is right?
He's saying it's a pair of good-looking commentators when the camera's on them, I think is when he's saying that.
Yeah, I personally took it the other way.
Oh,
you do
as
you.
As you should, Brian. As you should. Oh.
And that's Lucas's wife, Aya. She's got that.
She's
no
played
point, though.
really, really well tonight. Good defense there.
No point there either. So 2 serves and no points. She goes with the bounce.
Oh, what a great angle.
Okay.
What a shot by Ashley Koo.
So the Gladiators get 1 more.
Yep. This big on both sides, whichever way this goes. You keep it in it, or do the Gladiators take Gladiators tie it up.
Yep.
So huge that they were able to come back and tie that. So now we've got Clayton and Laurel taking on Tyler and Ashley, as we are to mixed game number 2.
So being in the NPL, we have a interesting team breaker situation too, and it's as much fun as any other. As this.
How do you do it?
So the whole team plays that had played that morning or afternoon, and you go in for benchmarks. So at 2 points, whoever's out on, you could play men, women, any mix of whoever you want. And at 2 points, whoever gets to 2, all 4 players come off. They put 4 more players on. Then the next benchmark is 4, and then 6 points. And then so if you're down 6-0 and your team is out there, and you're 4 players, and the 0 team can come back up to 6, and all 4 players will stay on till that. So it just is at 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. All new players come out. So,
wow.
And it's exciting. It's win by 1, game to 11. Game to 11.
What fun.
Well, the tiebreakers, man. You got a lot on the line.
Oh, and
just that right there, just like that.
Just in
3-2, just like that.
It doesn't look like we'll be here all night getting a 5, that's for sure. A lot of points being scored off the serve.
Tyler Freed has had those middle shots all night long.
Yeah,
He's
I felt
jumping
like
on those.
Clayton had an opportunity to attack earlier and let it go. So
Wait. Sorry, 1 second. They don't get a point when we serve that. Correct. No, we already had it.
They already had it. They served first.
So can she sponsor before? It's fine.
Yeah, so a little confusion there, but since we're all friends, we're gonna let it go.
confusion reigns when you're in the middle of all this, right? And it's better to let the competitors get right and be in the point than have it. Oh my goodness, how did Tyler get those back?
Oh, what a rally. What a rally.
That was amazing defense by Tyler Freed, but Clayton able to insert himself to that point.
Yeah, so that's by Ashley.
So here we go,
Okay, so
tied 3-3.
Comes down to the men here. What do you think? You think it's going to finish here on the, or do you think it's going to come back around?
I
to
think
the
we're
mix?
going back again.
You think?
Somebody getting both points on their serve is not easy.
That's the thing, is you have to get both. Otherwise it's going back around. I'm gonna bank on it being done here. I'm gonna go.
You're going out, all right?
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me which team you think? Or,
oh no, no. Actually, I will. I'm gonna go. Gladiators win this one in the 2 serves.
All right. Well, you know.
And I'm even going to go 1 step further and say that the Chupacabras are going to get 1 on their serve, and I think the Gladiators are going to win 5-4. Let's see how this pans out. It's probably going to stay 3-3 and go back to the mix.
When this comes out exactly as you played it, we're going to put this on there with Mike Flowers calling home runs. It's going to be perfect. Well, Tyler almost jinxed you right off the edge with that little net serve, but.
Well, there's that.
There's that. It landed. It was on the line, but one you got to let go, right?
Yeah.
But no points, so.
Well, there's one.
There's one. I mean, it could be over here.
They need it. They need it more than the Gladiators need it.
They definitely do. Gladiators are already through. This means more to the Chupacabras.
Oh, and he had his opportunity to see if
I think he
gets an ace here.
He kind of got off balance and could have let Sam take some shots.
Yeah.
Would have been helpful.
Good finish by Joe. Okay, so
4-4.
And the home team gets the
Serve
first.
right. And it's win by 1, so it's still side out serving, but the next point wins.
Next point wins.
Right.
Next on the serve, yeah. And so yeah, Gladiators get the first, and is Joden going to be serving that one? Because he started the match off. I believe that.
Oh, if you go the same way the match started.
Yeah, because he started first.
He started first in the first one,
Yeah.
so I would think that Joden's going to have the first opportunity to put this match away.
Yeah. I'm on the edge of my seat, Joe.
Yeah, this
I'm on
is.
the edge of my seat, literally.
You know that Joden's
4-4.
got a dangerous serve, right?
Oh yeah.
But if he doesn't get it,
what's the advice coming from Tyler? Oh my, I got to ask later.
If they don't get it though, then it comes over and
I
you
know.
get 2 chances.
Yeah.
So
he might be just saying, just get it in. I don't know.
go for it. And it had some pace to it. Nice attack.
Being
And
aggressive.
just really staying steady.
Oh, that's a good shot.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, what a shot. They got.
Joan had to tell Heather out a couple of times because she's been known to hit a few out balls. So good call, Joan. Way to let it go, Heather. You did great.
I did hear multiple outs. I didn't know the reason. That's awesome. That's fantastic.
What an exciting tiebreaker, as expected.
Yeah.
As expected.
Boy, Sam was playing so well. He was covering the middle.
Yeah,
Joden was able to just push out wide and get him out balance. Oh, that was perfect.
Yeah, well done. All right, so...
An exciting night. So we get the Gig Harbor Gladiators finish the season undefeated.
4-0.
4-0.
Yeah. The only undefeated team, yeah.
They will be definitely the 1 seed on their side of the bracket. So top 2 in each division are going to be playing in the playoffs. They're definitely the 1 seed. On the other side, we got the Mammoths winning to get 3 wins and put them into the playoffs. We've got a couple more matches. The Renton Rowdies are going to be playing next week.
Okay.
And then we're going to be playing, grab the schedule and get who's playing whom.
I wasn't ready. Ready.
And get the schedule.
Fun night for sure.
Go. So next week we've got University Place Underdogs and the Renton Rowdies.
Oh, the Underdogs are haven't won it.
They're 0-3. We're 1-2.
Yeah.
But with all the talent on that team, we are certainly not going in overconfident.
For
confident,
sure.
but not overconfident. On the other side of the bracket.
Oh, they're wanting to send it over to the.
So
Mammoths.
other side of the bracket, it's going to be Stomp and Beery and Bruisers. That's going to be exciting. But now we've got the managers of the Cedar Woolley Mammoths, the team over there. Congratulations, moving to the playoffs. Take it away, Tyler.
Thanks, John. We got John and Brian over there working the mic. Hey, I got some champions here, and this was a big night. Remember we talked about playoff contention, consequences, whatever the word is. Yeah. These guys stepped up. They got on the back of their woolly mammoth Kramer here. Let's start with the GM. Everyone, Edward, you assembled a good team, and you took the land of opportunity to get here.
You know, every week somebody steps up and dominates for a while and transforms and creates momentum for us. And I just want to say tonight, we got to tip our hat to Mr. Brian Baker, who kind of just decided to put us on his back and carry us forward. But everybody played great. It was, we did not want to get in a 2-2 tiebreaker with these guys and leave it to a 1-5 kind of tiebreaker. We wanted it clean. We got it done clean, 3-1. They were tough. They were really tough. So Tony played, the matchup with you and Tony was a lot of fun to watch tonight. So
awesome. Hold on. I heard something about I love Kramer. Okay, hey Kramer.
Yeah, that was a fun one. All those matches out there. Yeah, we didn't want to get into a tiebreaker because I ate some of the cornbread and I was probably going to be a little slower after that. But yeah, playing against Jackson's always fun. He's hot-headed, but we love him for how hot-headed he is. I love that guy.
Kramer, you said you're a big fan of him when he's asleep. Is that true?
Yeah, he says less mean things to me when he's sleeping. No, we're good.
Shout out to Jackson, great contender. He played really, really well this year. And then Brian, man of the match. What did it take today?
I don't know. I just
You blacked out like
no. I was talking to Edward yesterday and just decided that I wanted the last 2 matches for an instance just like that. I felt like I'm playing well right now, and I just wanted that opportunity to get the 3rd and the 4th match, and we needed them. And my partners played absolutely amazing, and feels good for sure.
Says a lot about the GM, listening to the leadership team. So great job there, and great job tonight. That's awesome, exciting. Renata and Mio, just want to tell you guys, great job tonight. Thank you. And they want to celebrate. So let's hear Woolly Mammoths on 3 here for me. Count it out, Brian.
1, 2, 3.
Woolly Mammoths! Headed to the playoffs. I love it. All right, I'm excited. Next up, we got the Gig Harbor Gladiators. That's my mom, the Judester, absolute saint. Love you, Mom. Okay, here comes the undefeated Gig Harbor Gladiators. They threw a schmuck on their back and let them play today. They still won. We got Heather coming. We got Brandy. we called it the first week that these were going to be the GMs of the year, and they have not let us down. Team Givens.
It's all about the sword.
Yeah. So she is. Her superstition is I gotta hold the sword. If I don't hold the sword, we lose a game. So
It happened. It happened.
It did happen in the first game. I didn't hold the sword, but here's what I'm gonna say: these guys have freaking ice water in the veins. Like, I mean, I don't even get nervous because I know it's like, okay, they're gonna pull it out. Like we get down, they're gonna pull it out. We get in overtime, they're gonna pull it out. We're down 3-4 in overtime. They're gonna pull it out, and they did. And I will say, we did have a sub tonight. We do miss Noah. Noah's a beast. But this freaking guy right here. This freaking
Come on,
guy
right
here.
You
Dude,
guys played
Tyler,
lights out.
you were freaking money
thank
tonight.
you.
You were absolutely money. So you are an honorary gladiator.
Oh,
So when we
thank
get our
you.
championship rings, you're going to get one.
I love it. I'm excited about that. And I got the honor of playing with Ashley, one of the most fun people to play with. We had one heck of a mix.
Oh my gosh, I had the honor of playing with you. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I had the most fun playing mix at this match with you, Tyler. So good.
Did you hear that, Noah?
Noah, you are great too.
And the women's, you guys battled it out
Undefeated.
there. Undefeated.
4-0.
Yeah. Who's keeping track? Hey, shout out to Brian, too, for coming out here, working the mic with John. Great family. Great job. Jordan, I was thinking that you might have popped a couple testosterone pills at the end. I saw some weird stuff come out of you. I saw another level. It got me excited.
You won't like me when I'm angry. No, so much fun. Tyler, you're great to play with. What a great fun league. I mean, I love that. That's the best way to end any tournament ever. The pressure, you gotta want it. It was so much fun. Love it. Winnie, nice job. This is fun. Thank you.
You guys, that's the #1 seed headed into the playoffs. Gig Harbor Gladiators.
Let's go!
Great job. Swing your sword. We heard a lot about pulling out and big swords, so there we go. Pretty exciting. We're going to end it here shortly, but we got to bring it back to John, the man of the hour. Thanks for doing this. And fans, thanks for watching. Here's John. Have a good night.
It is exciting as all get out to see a match end like that in a tiebreaker. We want to make sure that everybody's tuning in next week. Next week, 2 matches. Remember, we're starting at 5 o'clock. We're trying to beat the sun. Great move by the commissioner and the groundskeeper getting that done. But we're going to have University Place Underdogs and Renton Rowdies, and they're going to be on one side. The other match is Seattle Stomp and Burien Bruisers. That one is 2-2-1 teams. Winner of that goes into the postseason.
Exactly. Excited to see how that one turns out. Just like tonight, lots of action, lots of, a lot of glory. I mean, being able to make the playoffs there was absolutely huge for Cedro Woolley. It's good to see him. Right now, Gladiators sit at the top 4-0, but Burien and Seattle Stomp are battling for that position. So super excited. Stay tuned. Come out. Free admission. We got good beer. We got good-looking people, and we have a good time. So mark your calendars. 5 o'clock start. Hope to see you out there.
Wednesday night pickleball at the ranch.
Sponsored by Paddle Tech. Thank you for all of our sponsors, and thanks for tuning in tonight. You guys have a good night. Over and out at the ranch.